Well, here we go, Groomer's Take. We're usually, since the program has somewhat returned, right? We've usually done episodes on Tuesdays. Was all set, ready to go, kind of fired up because I bought a microphone adapter and that I so desperately needed. It gets delivered, Amazon takes the photo at the door, right on the nice, beautiful mat. No snow on the ground yet, we'll say that. The storm had not hit. Get home, snow everywhere, tiny little package, in the white bag. No package, gone. Not assuming it was stolen, but it was either porch pirated, blew away because it's so small and light, like the wind was howling, and or it's under snow somewhere. So I call the people or email the people saying, yeah, this happened, but it could also be this and it's under snow somewhere. So we'll see what happens. Either way, it got me all out of my groove, and all I did was, throw darts yesterday. So my wife said, because Sunday night after the football games, I was heated. Get down there. Not just because of the outcome, I wanted Buffalo to win because I guess they're my second favorite team. I was heated for several different reasons, and I'm going to get to one of them soon. And I kind of gave my Groomer's Take to my wife, and she said, maybe you should wait till Tuesday and, pardon my hand, to give this take, because you're a little heated right now, and just kind of take it all in and see how it goes. And you know what? She's very smart, and she's also very right most of the time. So I'm here. Now it's Wednesday. And I am fully fine. I'm fine. Everything's fine. So let's get into it, though. The football games on the weekend. We're going to start with the Kansas City Chiefs and the Buffalo Bills. I'm going to start with the refs right away. After looking at it all, sure, you got someone pointed out because people are just posting things on social media everywhere. And, at this point in life, are they all real? Maybe they are. Some of them could easily be whatever, altered. But the first half and the play clock winding down to the 2-minute warning, and there was a second difference from the play clock and the game clock, and they just let it run down an extra second so they didn't have to use a timeout before the 2-minute warning. Whatever, that's funny. The spots on either Kincaid or Knox, whoever caught it and then lunged forward, it could have easily been a first down too. The spot on the Josh Allen quarterback sneak, and we're going to talk about quarterback sneaks, my lord. Could that have been a first down? Sure. And the only thing that bugged me there is the ref that Josh Allen had his back to was the one that ran in and put the ball down. Bro, you have no idea where that ball is. Let the other ref was running in too from the side that Josh Allen was facing. Let that ref come in and put the ball down. You don't know anything from back there. What are we doing? Figure that out. But it is what it is. And then the catch. Okay, so the catch is the only one that I guess that kind of bugs me, because what the hell is a catch? I don't want to bring this to my side of everything, but the Pittsburgh Steelers a few years back, James, can't remember his name now, the tight end, he clearly catches the ball and falls into the end zone, but they said he didn't have clear control. And whatever, this ball touches the ground. It fully touches the ground. So I just don't understand it. I figured if a ball touches the ground, that's it. It's over, right? But in this case, no. So I don't get it. I don't understand that. But this is what makes me mad. The last thing about the refs. Unless anybody else has more to say, go ahead and bring it up, but I don't want to talk about it anymore. The very next play after that Xavier Worthy catch, guy's a stud. And what is his first year? Mahomes runs the ball in. Oh, God. Oh, it bugs me so much. And Mahomes can clearly score, but decides to initiate contact with Damar Hamlin. Now, no offense to Damar Hamlin, plays in the NFL, but he's the smallest guy in the field. He's so skinny. He initiates contact with him when he doesn't even have to. He takes him to the ground, whatever, it's done. And then superhero Kelsey runs in like a little punk, like a bully. Oh God. Like dirtbag, shitbag move on his part. Gets in Hamlin's face and he's like laughing at him because we scored a touchdown and Mahomes ran into you. Ah! And the ref is standing right there. He's right there looking at it and he's not throwing a flag. And then Phillips from Buffalo runs in and sticks up for his boy, which you love to see. And he gives Kelsey the little headbutt and the push in the face. And Kelsey does the Nesty plunge. Oh my gosh. And then, of course, the flag comes out. Football is hard. These guys are beasts. If that was a hockey rink and that was a hockey game, Kelsey would have been filled in. And then the next time they played them, he would have been filled in again. I hate that stuff. That's what has bugged me the most. And like, it doesn't even, like, this doesn't matter, but it's something I think about. Like, you're going in on Damar Hamlin, a guy who almost died on the field a couple of years ago. But he's still playing the same game you are, and you're going to run in and do that crap to him. And of course, there might have been some other stuff, and it maybe wasn't even as bad, but like, F off. Don't do that shit. Just compete. You went 2 for 19. Garbage. Now, of course, in the Super Bowl, he'll probably have two freaking touchdowns and like be MVP or something, because he is a gamer. But as a competitor myself, and a guy who loves sports, and that shit happened, I hated seeing it. Bugged me the most out of anything ever. My back and my ass hurts. I gotta slide this table over. Don't really have a real chair in here anymore. Now the football part. Kansas City's freaking good, man. Mahomes can do anything he wants. He has different options, different weapons with so many guys. I just mentioned that Kelsey only went 2 for 19 because he's got so many other weapons. And then you look at the guy who sealed the game, Samaje Perine. Shout out to my Dynasty team, Dynasty Football League. I own him. Of course, he never plays, but he's on my team. He seals it. And shout out to Andy Reid for having faith in guys like that to come in. You're like, oh, he's in the game now, but he must just be blocking or something. No, he sealed the game for them. Kansas City's good. Well-oiled machine. They can throw different attacks at you. And at the same time here, because we're going to talk about the coaches later, but hell of a job coaching. Hell of a job showing different schemes, different looks on the offense. We'll talk about the defense soon, but Kansas City's good. I didn't think they were fantastic, but they just find ways to win. The Buffalo Bills. Thought they were okay. I mentioned against Buffalo, against Baltimore, that I thought Buffalo was just okay. They were James Reimer in Detroit. Just okay. Allen was good. What are they doing on the quarterback sneaks? How many quarterback sneaks did you need to try? And like, was Romo calling it a tush push or whatever? I didn't have the volume up that much. We were hanging out with family. Shout out. But it's not a tush push because you don't put your hands on his ass and push. Allen was taking 2 steps left and then trying to dive in. That's a QB sneak. And it was being stuffed every single time. If you can't get that to work, then you don't deserve to win the game anyway. So screw your spot by the refs. Screw how you can't score at the goal line or whatever it was. You can't get your first downs. So it's not going to work. But Allen was good because he is good. But when you have the ball with 3:49 left, all 3 timeouts, and all you need is a field goal to tie, and you can't find a way to make that happen, then that's on you. But maybe it's also the coaches, because then we're going to dive in to some coaching mistakes that I thought happened. Who the hell am I? Just a guy. But, message. How come that pops up? James Cook was phenomenal Sunday night. I don't even think he saw the field in that last drive. Not once. They were so scared to run the ball. Like, if you know, and I've said this before, if you know you're going to be going for it on 4th,
then you have to come up with a playbook for 4 downs, not just 3. You just need the 10 yards. So what? You only got 3 yards running on first down. That's 3 yards. You got 3 plays to get 7 now. James Cook was good enough that night where he could have busted up a play, found a hole, and he was gone. The passing. I don't know what was going on with the passing. It seemed fine. A lot of them were like prayers. But was Amari Cooper playing? I didn't even look at his numbers because I didn't think the guy was playing. I saw him once out there. You brought him in closer to the deadline because he's a game breaker. He's really, really good. I know a team just down the road, Steelers, again, that would love to have this guy, even though who the hell's going to throw it to him? But where was he? And then the coaching side. Spagnuolo on Kansas City, he was a beast. He's a defensive coordinator. He's really good. He gave so many different looks. Of course, they're talking on the radio. They knew that blitz was coming on the 4th down and 5 to end the game. And they couldn't stop it. But it seemed like a lot of the night, the Buffalo Bills O-line was kind of lost, maybe missing assignments. I don't know. Doesn't matter. But they were just running around. And Allen had very little time to hang out in the pocket to find the guys. But, I mean, on the 4th and 5, like Kincaid, sure, you can catch that ball. You want to be a champion, you catch that ball. It wasn't easy, but, you know, the whole play was broken down. Good for Allen to find a way to get it out there. But that's 25 yards down the field. You just needed 5 yards. And you didn't have... Where was the 5-yard guy? I know the blitz came and he was running around, but I don't get it. So, what goes on with Buffalo now? I think they're good enough, right? They're young. The defense, I don't really know. I think it might look a bit different next year. Maybe you grab a defensive guy. Their O-line is fine. So then I look at it. Is it a personnel thing? Coaching staff. It might be. It's okay again to say goodbye. It might have to happen. They got really out-coached that game. And I think being out-coached that game was not as big of a reason for losing that game as being outplayed, but it was a reason. You lost. And of course I'm going to watch the Super Bowl. There's people online. I'm not going to watch football. I don't care. I care more about spring training baseball. Okay. Enjoy your spring training baseball. It's the Super Bowl. I'm going to eat a bucket of food and maybe some pints, and it's going to be a great game. Okay, and then the Philly and Washington game. Philly's just better. They dominated that game. There's no, the only thing you can say about Washington, they had a fantastic year. This is going to be multiple years to come. Danny Quinn probably winning Coach of the Year. You know, you can be upset in Washington because you lost in that fashion, but I mean, man, look at the turnaround you had. You're going to be back. And with Philly, they're good. They're good. I think this is going to be a fantastic game on both sides. Everybody has a well-balanced amount of weapons. It's going to be Saquon. If Philly wins, you got to think Saquon's the MVP. And of course, it's got to be Mahomes or something like that, depending on who the hell is the best game. It could be MVP for them. But the Eagles were flying, man. Eagles looked really good. And not much to say on that game. I think they were just the better team. After halftime, they just came out and dominated. So it's gonna be good. All right, Groomer's Take on football. I will see you later. Boy, oh boy. Bye.